So we were lucky enough to head down to JDM Legends to the year-end meet. Super fun. We're able to take a look around their shop. It's actually my first time, so I really kind of focused on some of their projects. I mean, I really love going to car meets because there's a lot of stories about builds, and a lot of guys build these Japanese cars. Somebody may hate on me for saying this, but they're budget friendly. It's a lot cheaper to work on a little 4 or a straight 6 than it is an LS V8 or something like that, and I think they're a lot cooler. There's so many cool stories to tell. Well, these guys at JDM Legends, it's less about the story and more about rebuilding a car to its absolute pristine original condition. Really cool. You can find write-ups on almost all of their cars on the interwebs to see the way they build these skylines, and that Silvia is a beautiful, beautiful car. It's just really cool. And also take a look at their workbenches. I mean, as you can tell, I'm a bit of a man cave guy. My man cave's not pristine, but I know where everything is, and I can do all kinds of stuff in it, and to see their workbench is really interesting to me. Big thanks to JDM Legends for putting on that show. I mean, it wasn't for me, but it was for all of us. It's really cool to be able to go down and see inside that shop. And now that you've seen some amazing cars down at JDM Legends, want to just give you a quick look around this little beauty. This is a 1981 Toyota Starlet. This is a pretty cool car because it's a rear-wheel drive hatchback. You can see it's shaped a lot like the ever popular and super famous Volkswagen GTI, but this is a Toyota, and instead of being front-wheel drive like the GTI, it's rear-wheel drive. So I bought this car about 3-4 months ago, and when I got it, it was completely stock, right down to the original steel wheels. So I've got these 13x7s just on some economical tires, and they're actually not even mine. They're loaned to me from a friend. Holla, Cressa Dan. I pulled the rear bumper off, and there's where the magic happens, rear differential. Took that apart. You can see my ugly welds there on the exhaust too. Took the rear differential apart and put a limited slip conversion, which should help a little in the winter time. You can notice there's a little bit of rust around the fenders, but there's no cancerous rust, which is really cool. So let's take a quick peek under the hood. Alright, this is a 4KC motor. It's a 1.3 liter. It made 60 or 65 horsepower stock. It only had about 79,000 miles on it when I bought it, and there are a few things that I still need to clean up under here, but I did replace the exhaust with the header there. I put a new clutch in it. It was running horrible on the old carburetor. These cars are rare here in the United States because they were sold more in Australia and New Zealand, and even in the UK, Ireland. A lot of the parts you have to buy online and have them shipped. The header was really cheap. It was 80 bucks. I had to ship from Malaysia. I also had to modify it because it was made for a right-hand drive car. The steering column got in the way, so you can't really see there, but I had to cut it up and weld it, and then now I'm wrapped in heat tape. I am going to be rejetting the carburetor. It runs a little rich and kind of doggy right now. It gets worse as it gets colder. Added the mirrors, which I didn't mention before. But you know, it doesn't smoke. Really excited about the exhaust that I piped out the side. You can hear it. There is a muffler under there, but you can hear the side exhaust pretty well. It's a really fun car to have, and let's fire her up and take her for a spin. So you can hear inside the cabin, it's still a little cold, but the exhaust really isn't too loud, and it's kind of nice because with the window rolled down, you get a good exhaust listen. With the window up, it's really minimal cabin noise. We get out onto the road and we'll go from there. through the gears with the window up, shift through the gears with the window down. Kind of in between gears right here. We're not going far, it's just a quick demo. So I will turn around real quick. Trans Am run for its money? Probably not. Windows down. That first pull was clear to red line. It's a lot easier to red line with the window down. Just the sound of the motor, it vibrates a little. Be cool to get the crank balanced. So there's a quick tour of the Starlet. I'm super excited about this car. I think I'll have it forever.
Forever, 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 ever, forever, ever.
Forever. I'm excited for all the potential that's going to come down the road. For the few things I've been able to do to it already, it made it run a lot more reliably. Still gets great gas mileage. And it woke it up quite a bit even. No complaints about that. Alright, so that was a quick look at the Starlet, and you got to see some of the action down there at JDM Legends. Big thanks to them for putting it on. I love those things. It's great to get together and swap stories and hear about people's builds. Also, you might have saw in one of the pictures, a few of the pictures there, Eric at JDM Legends has a Starlet as well. Gray Starlet. His is 10 steps ahead of mine, but super cool car, and you really just don't see him very often. So if you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe. Who knows what kind of random sheesh we'll get into. Thanks, see ya. What do you think, Ash?
Awesome.
Awesome?